everyone, and happy spring. This is Ashton at the Pea Ridge Library, and today we have a super special guest. She is one of our really good friends. Her name is Kerri Christensen from Busted Knuckles Cleaning. How are you today, Kerri?
I am good, loving this weather.
Yes, she is amazing. She is the owner and operator of Busted Knuckles. They have been a local company for how long now, Kerri?
So we started in April 2019.
I didn't know you did that, babies. Well, they clean the library. They keep us nice and clean, and she is the cleaning authority. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Kerri to give us our spring cleaning seminar.
Thank you, Ashton. So I'm Kerri. I am the owner of Busted Knuckles Cleaning. We are a veteran-owned, woman-led company. We have only been in business for a couple of years. However, I've been doing this probably since I was in second grade. I am the foremost of knowledge when it comes to this area because I was born to do it. Busted Knuckles Cleaning in itself, my husband is 18 years in the military, set to retire in a couple years, and we just wanted to do something where we could help our community. And what better way to do this than start a beautification cleaning company that helps get your life back in order, where you can spend otherwise better time where it matters. So let's get started on spring cleaning, and let's see if we can help you out this season. So what is spring cleaning? Spring cleaning is a time-honored tradition with deep cultural, religious, and historical roots. So whether you and your household personally subscribe to the beliefs and practices that underpin this centuries-old tradition, your drive to spring clean taps into a time-tested, passed-down custom. So spring cleaning also ties back to the history of keeping winter houses warm and lit with fires and kerosene. These methods filled houses with soot and grime that was inevitably as people stayed shut against the cold weather, but that eventually, needless to say, had to be clean. Okay, so warm weather and longer days meant being able to stop generating all that soot, and all the windows could be open to air out of the house as residents scrubbed all that literal darkness away. So these days, the practice of spring cleaning is so ingrained in our heritage that even if we don't follow the practice because of a long winter of burning coal, we feel that pulled to throw open our windows and remove all the long settled dust and dirt from our home environments as we welcome warmer days and the golden rays of sun that tease buds from barren branches. We want a new start to spring cleaning to give us. So we're going to go over a deep clean of all rooms. We're going to talk about donating or selling items we don't need, organizing as well. And that specifically in the modern age is what spring cleaning is. So a list of what we are actually going to be talking about. We're going to talk about why spring clean, cluttering and decluttering, hoarding, donation or sell, elements of not cleaning, health benefits, products to use and not use, the clean, maintaining. If anyone did have any questions, you can submit them to the email provided, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. So why do we spring clean? So spring cleaning is a chance to reset everything in your home. It's a chance to catch up on all the cleaning tasks you've been meaning to get to, or to do the ones that niggle at you instead of laying awake wondering when you last cleaned your mattress, for instance. Spring cleaning is a nudge you need to get it done and get the idea out of your head. So more than anything, it is definitely, in addition to deep cleaning once a year, it starves off bigger problems like mold taking over your grout. You can clear dust and grime from areas that hardly ever see the nozzle of your vacuum cleaner attachment. By the time spring cleaning is finished, your home will feel so fresh and clean, a state of habituation that will serve you well, both in your mind and your body. Okay, so spring cleaning is also a good opportunity to make sure that certain maintenance chores that only need to be done once or a few times a year to get checked off the list. When these types of tasks are tied to spring cleaning, it's more likely you remember to do them. Some of these tasks make a big difference in the longevity, usefulness, and look for your home, such as polishing, sealing granite, others such as cleaning out your dryer, are all safety issues. So how do we start cleaning, spring cleaning for your house? So again, spring cleaning is a wonderful concept, but it's not going to happen in your house unless you actually do it. Making that leap from that's a great idea, I should do that, to actually spring cleaning involves a few stepping stones. So there are two ways to answer this question. Subjectively, you should start spring cleaning when you sense that new start of spring freshness to come in on the warm afternoon breezes. When you start feeling like you want to throw open the windows and begin to wonder how the deck furniture is doing under its covers, you know spring cleaning is around the corner. Tapping into the feeling of newness that ushers in the season grounds you in the uplifting spirit of rebirth that will help you clean with purpose and definitely momentum. Objectively, you should start spring cleaning when you can clear out a solid day or two in your schedule to devote to the task. For many, this may be the weekend. Keep the weekend or your day clear and dedicate it to giving your home the love and care it deserves, so it can love and care for you. Although you may be tempted to spread out spring cleaning tasks over a long period of time, keeping the project more concentrated focuses your efforts and pays off with that squeaky clean house feeling that only spring cleaning can give you. So next, make a plan. So the details don't matter when it comes to galvanizing you into action, but having a rough outline of what you'll do, whether it's a room by room list and what needs to get done, or a whole house checklist of tasks you want to accomplish, brings substance to your goals and functions like a map that will get you where you want to go. Okay. A spring clean, past tense, is definitely for your house. All right. So we will talk about this in a couple of slides, but I want to go over those who might be hoarding their items a little bit. And so it's definitely hard to spring clean or deep clean if you are keeping on to those items that you don't really use. So we need to talk about hoarding itself. That leads to a lot of clutter. So people with hoarding disorder excessively save items that others may view as worthless. They have persistent difficulty getting rid of or parting with possessions, leading to clutter that disrupts their ability to use their living or workspaces. Hoarding is not the same as collecting. Collectors look for specific items such as model cars or stamps and may organize or display them. People with hoarding disorder often save random items and store them haphazardly. In most cases, they save items that they feel may need in the future, are valuable, or have sentimental value. Some may also feel safer surrounded by the things they save. Hoarding disorder can cause problems in relationships, social and work activities, and other important areas of functioning. Potential consequences of serious hoarding include health and safety concerns such as fire hazards, tripping hazards, and health code violations. It can also lead to family strain and conflicts, isolation, and loneliness. Unwillingness to have anyone else enter the home, and an inability to perform daily tasks such as cooking and bathing in the home. And so we don't want any of that. We want to be able to function inside your home. If you do feel like you might have a lot of clutter or you're keeping these items, this is where we need to talk about whether we need to donate, we need to sell, or even more so, do we keep it? So that's the next thing we're going to definitely talk about. So donation or sell. So let's keep it simple. This will really keep this all simple. What is the purpose of the item that you have? If you have not used it in the last month, you need to donate or sell it. There is no excuses for this. If you're just keeping on to it, hoping you'll use it in the future, most likely you will not use it in the future. So we need to get rid of it. Exceptions are definitely family heirlooms, but again, at this point, if it's an heirloom that is taking up space that you either need to give it to the next family member or you need to donate it, because there's no point of having it in your home if you are not using it. So the places where you can sell it, you can sell it on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Poshmark, Declutter, 5 Miles. These are all good places where you can get value for the items you have. Now, the one thing I need you to keep in mind, that with the hoarding disorder, a lot of times people think that all of their items have value and purpose, but this is not the case. If you are trying to sell your items on any of these different places that I've listed and they are not selling, you need to donate. That means that item specifically, it's not going to sell whatsoever because it's useless to everyone else, which means you need to come to the reality, it's time to get rid of it. So you can donate these items: Goodwill, Salvation Army, Samaritan Center, Helping Hands, Habitat for Humanity. All of these places will take your items, definitely, and they have to be gently used. If they are to the point where, say these clothes that aren't fashion statement, that already have these holes in them, you're gonna have to throw them away. There's no point in keeping them. So it's definitely time to part with your items. Okay. So next, we're going to talk about the 10 things in your house that could be making you sick. So a lot of times in my company, you see people that suffer from allergies, and or they become nauseous or so on and so forth. And in this day of age, of course, with COVID, you're like, oh my gosh, do they have COVID? But no, generally they're tested negative for that. What it is the items that are around you that are making you sick. Your sheets need changed minimum every 2 weeks. You have to change your sheets because you have skin or dander coming off your own skin. If you have pets that are in the home, whether they sleep in your bed or not, they're contributing to that factor that your allergies are worse than they actually should be. Your shower head, it needs to be taken off and it needs to be soaked into baking soda and vinegar to get that grime off. You also can get a detail brush to get all that off. If you do have a filter within your shower head, you should be changing it every 3 to 6 months so you have the freshest water for you. Inside your refrigerator, it needs to be cleaned quarterly, at minimum. So if your refrigerator is stacked with old food, it needs to be deep cleaned. Even if it's not stacked with old food and you're keeping up with it, it still needs to be disinfected. And if you're not doing that, it needs to be done. Your remote control is probably one of the dirtiest places that you have in your home, besides your phone, of course. Your remote control has to be disinfected. It contributes to several people. If you have several people or just one person in your house, if you go out into your community and you're touching different items, like door handles or light switches, it's going to come back to your remote control. It has to be disinfected. Your vacuum. So this one is where a lot of people don't understand that, okay, I'm just using it in my home. No one else is using it. It shouldn't be a big deal. You still have to clean out the filter to have clean air. And those come out easy. You just have to, some have the ability to just take out the filter, wash it, you let it dry completely before you put it back in. You should be washing the inside of your vacuum cleaner as well, the little canister. Most vacuums nowadays have the canister where you can just take it right off and start assembling it, and you put a little bit of Dawn dish soap and water, start scrubbing out with a detail brush and get that cleaned so you have a clean home. Because if you're vacuuming with a dirty vacuum, you are just putting dust and debris back into the air, and that's not clean air, and that will hurt you. Your toothbrush is definitely, if you do not soak it, let's say in peroxide and baking soda, or vice versa, you will most likely have bacteria growing on that toothbrush because it's coming from food that you ate. So it will need a cover for your toothbrush once you soak it. That way it is going to be protected from any kind of bacteria or germs that could get it to it that you're placing into your mouth. Your air fresheners, another thing, if you have any air fresheners in your home, any debris, bacteria sucks right into them. Your computer, it's just like your phone. You're touching items that are all over. Let's say, for instance, if you worked in the library and you have people coming in from the community, and the community is coming in and touching items, and you have to, turn off light switches and clean books or whatnot, it's definitely so important to disinfect it. Luckily, we already do that every week there. So your kitchen sponge. This is definitely an old tell where once you start cleaning all the germs off of your dishes, you need to be throwing that out every 2 weeks minimum, because there's too many germs that collect there. Pet hair definitely is an uphill battle, especially during spring, because then they're going into their spring summer coat. It'll be coming out of everywhere. It'll go onto your floors and your baseboards, your bed, counters, everything. So it's so important to have the maintenance clean. If you do have pets, but even more so, if you do have pets and you just want to do one clean a year, you need to be doing the spring cleaning. Carpets and rugs are notorious for holding hair, debris, dirt. Just vacuuming itself is fantastic, but you need to take it a step further and be shampooing your carpets. You know, just like you who take a shower, your carpets and rugs need a shower. HVAC system and filter, of course, with your filters, depending where you live, usually on average, your filter for your HVAC system should be changed monthly. But the HVAC system itself, they're at least once a year to hire an HVAC cleaning company. You'll come in, clean all that, especially if you are having allergies that you can't get a handle on that are making you sick. You might want to think about getting your HVAC system clean, because it will benefit you and your family 100%. So let's talk about the benefits of cleaning. So this is something that I want to talk about, mainly because people don't think about cleaning being a benefit, but it definitely is. It helps you breathe easier. It helps with having less stress that's put on to you. It helps you be more productive. And of course, avoiding pests. We don't want those little guys or gals running around our houses. So breathe easier. Did you know that indoor air quality is often worse than outdoor air quality? It's true, and it can be even worse if you allow your home to remain dirty. Poor air quality can trigger health issues like asthma, allergies, and trouble breathing. Sweeping, dusting, vacuuming, and mopping can pick up dust, dust mites, pet dander, and other debris that can cause these things. This will leave your home cleaner, the air quality better, and allow you to breathe easier. Another tip for improving indoor air quality is to invest in houseplants. Plants act as natural air filters, cleaning the air in your home while being adorable and decorative. I personally have 8 plants in my home, and I can tell a big difference. So if you want to breathe a little bit better, oxygen, get plants that help you breathe. Less stress. So a messy home can definitely be stressful. The one thing I really wanted to talk about is, seeing piles of dishes in the sink, not being able to find your child's project, and the constant deorganization can leave you feeling more stressed than necessary. A clean house is easy to maneuver, which much more organized can help you avoid unneeded stress. Even something as simple as not emptying the dishwasher on time can cause stress. Trying to find a coffee cup to go mug suddenly becomes a stressful task, and you can never leave home without your coffee. That is definitely me, for sure. This is just one example of how not taking care of daily tasks can leave you stressed out. On a personal note, for me, if I don't keep up with my tasks at home, what happens to me is it's like an all or nothing effect. So let's say if you can just put on some good music, get going, and like say one task, okay, I'm just going to, I'm going to get the dishes done today. If you have children, you better be utilizing them, because it's definitely something that will make your life easier. Work as a team. We have 4 children at home, all of them teenagers. They're all contributing to making our life easier. So being productive. Having a clean home or workspace can help you be more productive. An article from A Mess-Free Life mentions that studies have found that people who live and work in a clean and tidy environment often tend to be more productive, focused at work. And if you have been feeling distracted at work, perhaps a quick clean of your home or your workspace can help you get back on track. When your home is clean and organized, you'll be less stressed about the mess, allowing you to focus on more important things like work. Waking up and leaving a clean home is refreshing, and you can keep you relaxed when your home is clean. You may also find yourself more likely to take care of projects that you have been putting off. That's definitely for me. Like this Saturday, we our house was completely clean. It was already all together by Friday. And so we decided to start working on the outside of the house, things that we didn't get to during the winter because it was too cold. If you're keeping up with your projects at hand, you'll be more productive. So avoiding pests, of course. So nobody wants to find mice or rats or bugs in their home, but a dirty house is basically an invitation. Clutter and hoarding and a dirty home, they will come to your home, whether you want it or not. Rodents and pests are attracted to food debris and spills and other messes. Not only are they creepy, but they can spread diseases, germs, and allergens, leaving your family more likely to get sick. Cleaning regularly, leaving your family more needing to wipe up spills the moment they happen, and making sure food crumbs are not left on the ground can help keep pests out of your home. Even something as simple as removing the trash regularly, especially when it is full, can help you avoid seeing pests in your home. So make sure you're taking out the trash, doing your dishes, doing basic cleaning. You need to definitely see where you need help at. So what chemicals should I use? Okay, so a lot of people will ask me this question. I personally, as a cleaning company, I can tell you I am not a fan of bleach, and I'm not a fan of degreaser. And let me tell you why. So in the cleaning industry, we have many other cleaning companies that we are peers and friends with. And so young 20-year-old cleaning team that were mainly using bleach and degreaser for a better part of a year. And they came out of it where they couldn't clean anymore. Their lungs were subjective to being that of a 60 to 70-year-old person. So I cannot stress enough how bad bleach and degreaser are for you. You will want to use, in a harsher chemicals, you will want to be able to use like Clorox, bleach, toilet bowl cleaner, just because that specific area is one of the worst areas for germs to collect and mold. And so you have to keep consistent with that. Same with the shower. The bottom of your shower and the tracks, you actually, this is a life hack. You can use toilet bowl cleaner in those areas and it cleans better than anything else, but it's not as potent as bleach or degreaser, and it won't harm you just using it in a little setting. I'm going to tell you that I strongly believe in green friendly products by Melaleuca. They have the best line out there for that is going to help you clean your home and is going to be safe. Soluguard is their disinfectant. You have Solumil for stain removers and a deodorizer. We also have Gleam and Clean for the floor cleaner, as well as Tough and Tender for, it's like a degreaser substitute. So another good two is you want to use vinegar, peroxide, baking soda. All of those are great. That, something where my mother and my grandmother use. That's something that's completely safe, and it does a fantastic job. And so those are definitely all the ones you want. Also, if you would like to see all the chemicals that we recommend, you can go to www.bustedknucklescleaning.com and look at the chemicals that we use. So with without further ado, we're going to talk about the clean. So the objective for the clean, for spring cleaning, is we want to spring clean the whole house in one day. There are a couple solutions if you can't do this. If you can't do it all in one day, select chores you have been procrastinating with throughout the year. If for some reason you don't have the time, that you cannot seem to make time, you cannot get to it, you have so much on your plate, we're here to help you. We have 12 to 13 people on staff, and we would more than love to take that item off your plate, especially for a healthier you, a healthier family. So the cleaning itself, how can you clean it in one whole day? So cleaning every inch of your home in one day could be an incredible feat, but it's probably too much to undertake. It might help to reframe your goal. Instead of aiming to clean your whole house in one day, decide you're going to devote an entire day to spring cleaning. The former goal sets up to fall short, while the latter goal allows you to measure by effort instead of impact, rather than by committing and maybe failing to check every single thing off your list. You're going to spend the time you have focusing on the most important tasks and leaving the rest undone for another day. It's more thorough, it's more thoughtful and a table route to take. So 1, choose the whole house task for the biggest effect. All right. Go through the spring cleaning checklist and choose tasks that involve more than one room or item in the house. For instance, washing the pillows and bedding for all members of your household leaves everyone with refreshed beddings. And then while the task may not produce a visible outcome, knowing that everyone has bedding that's as clean as it can be feels really good. Other whole house tasks you could select, including cleaning all the doors or tackling all the windows. Doing these really done chores mean you'll touch every room in the house with that spring cleaning magic, and it will show. In my line of business, I can definitely tell you light switch plates, and doors and baseboards. And of course, the corners are the often missed areas that you'll want to touch during your spring cleaning. So let's talk about cleaning tasks that you dread, probably don't get done very often. You're always procrastinating them. However, if you determine to accomplish these with your spring cleaning momentum, not only will they get done and be clean, but you'll be relieved of the guilt that comes from knowing it's something you really should be doing rather than putting it off. Okay, so we just need to talk about the cleaning list, and I also can send these to you. I have the whole checklist here. I'm more than happy to email it to anybody, but it's not as big as you think it is. This is our forte. We can get a deep clean house done, a whole deep clean house done, like 2,000 square feet done in anywhere between 4 to 6 hours with a team of 2. So that's definitely something we can definitely help with, or even give you advice. So the first thing you should be doing is stripping the bedding from all the beds, including duvet covers. Gather all the bedding, sort like and begin laundering sheets, blankets, pillows, and comforters. Refresh mattresses while the bedding is away from the beds. Empty every garbage can and recycling bin and bring them outside. Hose them down, scrub scuffs with a magic eraser. Get all those gunk out of the crevices by using a detail brush. Leave them in the sun to dry. Put bags of vinegar around shower heads. Remember, I talked about that a couple slides back. It is worth it. If you add a little bit of baking soda, you will be blown away how new it will look. Slather the interior of the oven with a baking soda paste. change bedding, wash and dry cycles as needed, scrub your oven interior, remove vinegar bags and scrub showers and tubs, and clean the bathroom. The next one will be our afternoon checklist. Like I said, it's going to take you a whole day to get this cleaned. You're not used to cleaning professionally. So if you're not moving fast, this will take you a whole day. So spot clean upholstery and rugs, dust every area you've decided to tackle today, and start at the top. This could include bookshelves, the tops of cabinets, light fixtures, light bulbs, furniture, door frames, picture frames, etc. This idea is that you're taking your duster and using every inch of dust down to the baseboards. Remember, don't start at the bottom and go to the top. Remember, gravity. If you start at the top, it will fall down. And if you start at the bottom and then you go to the top, you're just going to have to do all of that over again. So start at the top, go to the bottom, left to right, right to left. It doesn't matter. But you need to definitely keep the gravity advice in mind. Polish the wooden furniture. Just like you focus on using one tool while you dust, is focus on one product here, wood polish. Hit every wooden item in your home. Wipe down cabinet doors. We use Orange Glow for everything. Now, Orange Glow is completely very limited in our area. So if you can't find Orange Glow, Murphy's Oil is a good one, and also Pledge. Pledge does well as well. So you will want to, and also for disinfectant, you'll want to use an all-purpose cleaner, and cleaning cloth is fine for other materials. Clean doors, you've already dusted the frames. Now take a damp microfiber cloth and maybe a magic eraser for stubborn spots to the doors themselves, including knobs. Continue changing bedding loads as needed. If you finish your loads, take down your curtains and begin washing those. Clean your windows, take down screens or use a lint roller on them. Clean window tracks and shine these windows. Clean the rest of the glass in your home. You've already dusted picture frames. Now take it to the next level and hit the glass with a lint-free cloth and glass cleaner, okay? Now we're going to talk about the evening checklist. And now you can see why you may need an extra day, because there's a lot to do here. So replace bedding, hang curtains if you were able to wash them, return garbage cans to the rooms, vacuum under furniture and under rugs, vacuum the floors throughout the house now that the dust you stirred up from dusting has had time to settle. Clean your phone. Don't forget that. Choose one small area to declutter. You don't need the sunshine to help you see what to declutter like you would with spot cleaning your armchairs, for instance. And ending with a decluttering session sets you up for a very visual win, and with any luck, the urge to do more when you can. Make a list of tasks you wish you'd been able to do and make a plan for finishing up during your regular cleaning routine. And then you can enjoy your spring cleaned house. And so, here we have different clients that love that we help them. And so here are a couple of testimonials. For instance, Nicole, and happy client. Linda did a great job on my bathrooms today, very detail oriented. They look and smell great. Mike, a happy client, always perfect service for years. Amanda, Butts and Knuckles Cleaning is awesome. They are professional, always go the extra mile. Price is affordable. This is our team. This is our main team. So I'm the founder here, along with my husband, Melissa. She's great at the customer service for answering any questions that you need. And then, of course, our lead trainer, Angela. And we have 4 trainers on staff, and then a total of 12 beautification technicians. So I would love for you guys, if you had any questions, to email me or call or even visit our website. You can submit it there. But I would love for you guys to stay in touch. You can email me at Kerri@bustedknucklescleaning.com for any questions that I might be able to advise you. You can also reach us at our office at 479-330-0202. And we have a lot of good information on our website. So you can visit us also at www.bustedknucklescleaning.com.